Good evening, Zimbabwe. You are listening to Studio 7 from the Voice of America in Washington. This is Live Talk. I am Kip Stube.
And I'm Marvelous Mhlanganya Huye, broadcasting from my home in Washington, D.C. due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Tonight on Live Talk, we are talking about COVID-19.
According to the Ministry of Health in Zimbabwe, 17 people died of COVID-19 yesterday and 826 tested positive for the coronavirus. Currently, more than 1,700 Zimbabweans have succumbed to COVID-19 since March last year.
The Ministry of Health also reports that there are currently 5,073 active cases of COVID-19 in the country, out of over 44,000 people that have tested positive for COVID-19 since March last year. At least 37,524 people have recovered from the disease.
Over 725,000 people have already received their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine in Zimbabwe in phase 2 of the COVID-19 vaccination program, amid fears of shortages of vaccines in the country. The Ministry of Health says Zimbabwe is expected to receive from China 2.5 million COVID-19 doses before the end of the month.
Currently, the ministry has declared local COVID-19 lockdowns in Karipa, Chirundu, Karoi, and some parts of Bulawayo, including Kulumane, Nketa, Emkanwini, Emakandeni, Luveve, Country Park in Jube, and the Central Business District.
Most of these areas have dawn to dusk curfews.
And on a sad note, former Warriors and Dynamos kingpin Sande Chitsambwa, formerly known as Sande Marimo, has died. In a statement, the Zimbabwe Football Association did not disclose the cause of his death. His death comes a few days following the death of former Dynamos player David Yoki Mandikora and former Dynamos coach Mick Pule. Zulwanda balingalinjani lapha likhona endaweni zonke ezitshiyeneyo lo-ke nguKip Stube lapho siqoka khona kuhlelo lwethu lwe-Live Talk. Namhlanje-ke sixoxa nge-COVID-19 eZimbabwe. Siyabona ukuthi kule ndawo eziningi sibili osongani kuvinjiwe sibili khona kwe-COVID-19. Kuvinjwa nje ngenxa yokuthi kukhanya ngani umkhuhlane lo uyamemetheka okunye okumangalisayo. So nxa sikhangela endaweni eziningi kungani abantu sebevalelwa ezindlini. Ngesikhathi ungafika u-6 ntambama akusomelanga kube lo muntu ohambayo kuze kuchaya u-6 ekuseni. Izolo-ke uhlangothi lwezempilakahle lubika ukuthi kulabantu abayi-17 ababulewe umkhuhlane lo, kwathi abayi-826 bahlolwe batholakala bele COVID-19. Khona manje nxa sikhuluma kusukela ngombimbitho nyakenye sokulabantu abedlula 1,700 kwele Zimbabwe asebabulawa i-COVID-19. Uhlangothi lolu luyabika njalo ukuthi okwamanje-ke kulabantu abayi-5,073 akuthiwa ngama-active cases awe-COVID-19 phakathi kwabantu abedlula 44,000 asebathestwa batholakala bele COVID-19. Singathi-ke bakhona baphepha kumkhuhlane lo asebefika-ke 37,524. Nxa sisikhangela-ke ukujujwa kumbe ngithi ukujova kwejekiseni kulabantu 725,000 abedlula khonapho sibili asebathola i-vaccine kumbe sithi idosi yokuqala kwezithi bazivikele umkhuhlane lo. Sizwile njalo uhlangothi lwezempilakahle lubika njalo ukuthi-ke badinga ama-vaccine amatsha njengoba kukhanya ngazani ama-doses abekhona kungani sephelile. So badinga 2.5 million ama-doses e-COVID-19 vaccine. Bese kusithi-ke luyabika njalo uhlangothi lolu ukuthi ama-lockdowns asekhona eKaripa, eChirundu, eKaroi, koBulawayo siyakwazi ukuthi eNkulumane, eNketa, eMganweni, eMakandeni, Luveve, Country Park, Njube, the Central Business District. Kukhanya ngani akumelanga abantu behambe ngesikhathi nxa u-6 o'clock sitshayile kusiyafika u-6 ekuseni abantu bengahambahambi kunjalo sibili. So-ke sibe sikhumbula ukuthi kwezenguqu kuloSande Marimo obesesaziwa khathesi ngokuthi nguSande Chitsambwa. Lundoda wayedlalela-ke iDynamos, wadlalela futhi leZimbabwe Warriors kasekho, waphinda njalo waba ngumqeqeshi wamaqembu wona lawo. So-ke izifa ibika ukuthi hayi kasekho umnumzana kodwa batshonga ukuthi engabe bulewe kuyini. Kusanda kubhubha-ke uDavid Yoki Mandikora lo Mick Pule, siyamkhumbula uMick Pule wayecoacha iDimbare. So siyakwazi ngesikhathi leso abantu laba babedlala ibhola, ikakhulu nxa ukhumbula uSande Marimo, khumbule njalo lo David Yogi Mandigora ngabantu ababedlala sibili ibhola okumangalisayo. So kunjalo ke Marvelous.
Aiwa, kunavo vachangobva kupinda pachirongwa chedu tinokuchingamidza nemufaro pano pachirongwa chedu cheLiveTalk apo nhasi tiine gango, asi nyaya huru yatiri kutaura nayo inyaya yechirwere cheCovid-19 uyezve nenyaya yemamiriro akaita nhomba dzeCovid-19 munyika pari zvino. Atichiona isu kuti bazi rezveutano riri kuzivisa iro kuti pane vanhu 6 vakawanikwa vachishaya neCovid-19 nezuro. Uyezve panyaya iyoyo pane vanhu zvakare takatarisa uwandu hwevanhu vakawanikwa ivo vachishaya. Pari zvino pane vanhu vanodaudzira 1600 vashaya kubva kudenda iri reCovid-19 kubvira denda iri ratanga gore rapfuura muna Machi. Uyezve pari zvino vanhu vawanikwa vachibayiwa nhomba yatingati iye pasecond phase yechirongwa chiri kuitwa nebazi rezveutano vasvika ivo pa700,000 pari zvino. Nyika inoti iyo inoda kuti pawanikwe pachibayiwa vanhu 10 million kuti pave paine yavanoti ivo herd immunity yavari kutaura iyo kuti pari zvino panoda kuti kana vanhu ve10 million vabayiwa denda iri harizowanikwa richibata vanhu vazhinji. Uyezve tinotarisa isu kuti pari zvino nzvimbo dzakawanda dzawanikwa idzo dzaiswa pavari kuti ivo pamahotspots munzvimbo dzakadai seMashonaland West kune dzimwe nzvimbo zvakare kuBulawayo kuri kuwanikwa iko vanhu vachinzi vasawanikwe vachifamba-famba kuitira kuti denda iri risawanikwe zvakare richipararira. Tinotarisa kuti hurumende yakazivisa zvakare kuti zvikoro zvanga zviri kufanira kuvhurwa zvakambomiswa kuti zvivhurwe nemavhiki 2. Uyezve pari zvino tinotarisa kuti pane nhau dzatichangobva kutambira kuti vaimbova murayiridzi wechikwata chemaWarriors vaSande Chidzambwa vashaya. Hatisati taziva kuti vashaya kubva kuchii, asi tiri kunzwa kuti pari zvino vawanikwa ivo vachishaya vakawanikwa zvakare vari veDynamosi, asi tikazoona vari murayiridzi wemaWarriors. Saka ndo zvimwe zvatichange tiri kukurukura nazvo ipo pano tichitarisa kuti vanhu vari kuona sei zviri kuitika panguva ino yeCovid-19, panguva apo vanhu vazhinji vari kutaurwa ivo kuti vasawanikwe vachikwira mabhazi akazara, nekuti tinoona kuti kunzvimbo dzakadai seChinhoi mapurisa emo atotaurira vatyairi vemabhazi kuti vasazadze vanhu mumabhazi kuitira kuti denda iri risarambe richipararira munzvimbo iyoyi. Gibbs.
Yeah, kunjalo Marvelous. I've been having a show before this one. It's called Zimbabwe Today as Tokeni. So we were discussing this COVID-19 issue with Ezra Chisaspanda, and he was actually going around Bulawayo where there are these localized lockdowns. So he was speaking to so many people, and he met these 2 ladies, and they were actually talking about what COVID-19 is all about and what these lockdowns mean to them. Let's hear what they were discussing here.
Faith June lawe. Sizwa into lockdown le uhamba njani?
Into lethina yasidida kakhulu ngoba silokungazwisisi lokungaqedisisi ngayo ngoba i-lockdown singahlala phansi government ayisincedisi. Thina singabomama abasisebenzayo uyasinda parents and siphila ethareni. Siphila sithengisa ukuze siphilise imuli zethu. But bona all of a sudden uyazwa kuphonga kuthiwa kule lockdown and somele sihlale ezindlini. Thina i-government ayisincedisi ngalutho ngokuhlala ezindlini. Thina siphila ethareni sisebenza ukuthi khonokho sikutholayo it's hand to mouth. Siphilisa abantu abethu. The moment kuthiwa sihlale phansi akusela lutho silitholayo. Somele sihlale phansi. Kodwa income.
Kodwa khona apha esisebenzela khona kuyabe kumele ukuthi sibhadala 11 years akuvunyelwa bond. Ngebond yakubhadala inkalakahla.
So lapha ngizindlela yabhadala imali ncedisa uhulumende labo city council.
Sibhadala ku city council
$11.
So nxa sokuyavala ngo3 kufanele ukuthi wenzaka lutho kodwa ukuthi ubhadale futhi khona.
Uyabona kathi isikhathi bani?
Emini kunje.
Khona sivele emakethe.
Yeah.
Siyathi siqeda ukubopha
so it's only 4 hours. Ngiyabe ngithengisele bani in 4 hours wathenga wami. Ngathola lami imali ukuthi ngithela abantwana impuphu lesichebo sensendlini lesinga.
So lapha ke manje ke lina komkhohlane lo ukhona yini sekela bona umuntu ogulayo?
Thina siyaze simbone. Njalo asimazi ukuthi ubonakala njani lokho uyakho. siyezwa nje ngakho kuma-news kodwa thina ngawethu amehlo asikaze simbone umuntu ogula
khona apha enjube kugcwele kabi i-corona la kuthiwa la i-hotspot lapha emalokitshini.
sizobe menshena thina but asizake simbonanga umuntu obulawo singazibona abatshona behamba thina anti ukuthi sitshona sisezitendini zethu sisebenza but asizake angifuni uqamba amanga
ngaligada amabhasini lapha kunjani akuminyanwa yini nje
kakhulu yikho sukumangalayo kuthiwa i-social distance yangikhona kodwa thina siyaqhutshwa size sifakele isitendini
ebhasini zezuko lezi
ibhasi la mabhasi angikhona futhi kawakwani ngoba amabhasi angikhona simelele yi-1 esuke emalokitshini silokhu siselayinini khonapha kuthiwa sivale ngo-3 endlini siyafika ngo-8 silokhu silinda amabhasi
ikhefi chawo 6 lizothini
akula ngenye indlela la amapholisa amele abekwazi ngoba kula bhasi angisebakhipha le eminye imithombo
thina sesihamba ngenyawo sometimes sesibalekela ukuthi siyatshaywa ngamapholisa atholakala silokhu silekhaya.
There you are, Marvelous. These ladies are actually vendors in Bulawayo, so they are selling different wares, and they are saying, they don't understand these localized lockdowns, because at the end of the day, they are saying they are no longer making money, and sometimes when you go to the central business district where there's money, there's no business, so they end up going home without any income. So to them, these localized lockdowns are ridiculous and they don't make sense. But they are saying they are following these regulations that were actually, put by the government. And all what they're saying is there's too much confusion and you don't trust what the government is saying, So at the end of the day, they're saying it's problematic, this kind of a thing.
Apo tiri kunzwa isu mamwe madzimai vari kubulawayo vari kutaura ivo pamusoro pekuomeswa kwakaitwa ivo mitemo yeCovid-19 munzvimbo yavari kugara. Vari kuti ivo pari zvino raramo yavo yatokanganisika uyezve havasi kunyatsonzwisisa kuti kosei vakawanikwa vachiomeserwa mitemo iyi. Ndozvavari kutaura ivo vachiti upenyu hwaakunetsa uyezve havasi kunyatsova nevimbo yezviri kutaurwa kuti sei mitemo iyi iri kufanira kuomeswa yeCovid-19 Gibbs.
And but some people are actually working. There's a security guard who also spoke to Ezra Chisasbanda in Bulawayo. Let's hear what he said about working during this COVID kind of crisis.
Yeah, Elias ngibona usemsebenzini lapha yona i-lockdown ayikuaffectanga wena.
No.
Oh, so uzama lokhu usebenza wena ngesikhathi lockdown.
Kanye lokhu ngisebenza ngoba thina singamasecurity.
Okay, so incwadi uyabula yini bathini uyi-essential?
Ya kumele bese
njalo uqasa namhlanje kuthiwa ngo-3 uvalo ngo-6 intambama Madison Kai.
Hayi ukuthi mina ngihlala eduze so
awusoze kuphambanisa.
Awusoze kuphambanisa.
I-COVID yona swahlatshwa yini i-vaccine?
Yes, engahlatshwa.
Wonke omabili?
Amabili.
Okay. Abantu sowabona umuntu ogula nge-COVID?
Kwakadesi lapha vele ayingaboni.
Vela zakumbone wena?
Hayi ngase ngimbone.
So into izwayo kuphela?
Sibongokuzwa.
Ukuthi kuyagula. Kodwa abantu nxa ukhangelwe njengosekripe usebenza abantu bathini abantu bayenza lokuthi yi-social distancing?
Ya bayenza.
Wena uthi ubatshele udizani so?
Ngibatshele vele befika laphana igezi izandla sanitize bese behamba uyabhadala.
Okay, so okay msezi uthi ubalungise vele bangangeni awumeleli babe yigeng
hayi.
Abantu nxa bekhuma lawo nxa lapho hlala khona bathini bayesaba yini?
Hayi umkhuhlane bayosaba
bawesaba.
So that's the security guard, Marvelous. He's saying that he works every day and there's no problem with the curfew because what it does is, he goes there early, knocks off early, and so he's not affected. But he says he encourages people to actually, have this social distancing, clean their hands, and keep all the standards that are needed, to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Apo tiri kunzwawo mumwe murume wechidiki vanoita basa rekuchengetedza nzvimbo vari kutaurawo zvavari kusangana nazvo asi vachikurudzira vanhu kuti vanhu ngavaenderere mberi vachiteedzera zviga zvakatarwa neWorld Health Organization zvekugeza maoko, kupfeka mamaski nezvimwewo.
Now we also have a granny that actually talked to Ezra Chisa. Very interesting discussion here. This lady sells some goods, along the streets and sometimes sits somewhere and starts selling tomatoes onions, vegetables. Let's hear the discussion just briefly.
Lokhu sixoxa labantu sibhoda kade sesikwelinye ilokishi lapha ke Papa Frost. Izolo ukuthi ke lockdown yaqala kobula namhlanje ngo6 nje kule curfew 6 to 6. Logogo la ungubani gogo?
Mina ngugogo uMamoyo isifambile moyo.
Mamoyo. Uthengisani lapha gogo?
Thingisa khona ngamatamati lempita.
Matamati lempita. Kodwa kunjani kuya kule business?
Akula akula izinto ziwomile lapha emphomile akuna abantwana abasebenzayo khonokho hey
Kunabantwana bangaki?
Mina bangu-5 abasebenzi
Bangikhaya bona. Bakhalele wena.
bakhangele mina khonokho manje
Ubaba ongaka?
ubaba wazivulela kudala.
Oh. So lapho hlwa ngcono ngene la. Wawusenza nona kudala?
Angasebenzi.
Yena nguyasebenza. So ngendaba yokuthi kathi akusela umuntu ukudla endlini wathi ngcono usebenze wena.
Ngathi ngona bendibhebhisa khonokho.
So lapho udanga la.
Emakeni.
Kuyisi uzothengisa abantu la.
Ngizothengisa ukuthi ngihamba ngambhakela abantu izandla ngithola kokudla.
So abantwana bangikhaya? Babe mele ukuthi ubuyele ukuthi umama usethwele ukudla.
Mbele kuyimbida khonokho sifike sikuchwathise sifake esithotheni sidle.
Nanko ke kuthiwe kathesi ke sekule lokho kuthiwa yi-lockdown so kumele uqede masinyane ngo6 lapha kumele ususe ngikhaya. Uzwa njani nakho lokho?
Khonapha ngiphelelwe angila ukuthi ngathi ngiphelelwe khonapha lo mthandazo ngiyathandaza ukuthi bakithi hayi angikwazi ukwenza.
Awuholi imali nje social welfare? Awula lutho.
Kodwa umnyaka wami awukafiki ukuthi ngingahola.
Sifule iminyaka mingaki?
Mina nde 55.
55. Kodwa iminyaka kwakafika ukuthi ungahola.
So there is the lady, the senior citizen. She's saying, it's very difficult to get money these days. And during COVID, it's worse off. So she's facing problems,
It's a sentiment that's shared by many. I also had a conversation on Let's Talk Ngati Kurukurei with a lot of people saying that they foresee a lot of people going hungry during these restrictive measures because they are not really sure of what's supposed to happen. Unlike, in the first lockdown where people knew that they were not supposed to be going to such and such places, and they knew that if they went there, the police would be able to, restrain them from entering the cities and stuff like that. So this is a different way of doing things. So a lot of people are finding it a bit confusing as to what exactly they are supposed to be doing. That's what they said on the program.
And imagine, Ezra Chisaspanda spoke to a former footballer. These footballers, when they are done with business, at times some of them, have problems in terms of employment and all these kind of things. So let's listen to this interview that he did with one of the former footballers.
When one for it.
Simba Rusike.
Simba Rusike. Simba Rusike Pora. Engakubona udingelo kade sisenza nempilo Simba
empilo nalisi ngihlalela kunanto engiyenzayo imali impilo yakho inzima le lapha
azangisebenza vele
ngaye ngasebenza railways ngasechiya
ibhora selaphela
selepha ibhora selaphela
azangithola ukuthi ibhora
ngizange ngithole lutho si
akukhumbuza abalayethu adlalelani lana
mina ngazalila amaZulu masensiya ku Restars yakhona lapha eNavate Blawayo amathina angadlalela
hayi indoda ekadlala ku-Premier League ke uSimba Rusikela mina bengasabona yabona amask la vele ecine kanti engaboni lutho nasi ke kuthiwe ke i-lockdown sikhona wena uphila ngani vele
wathi sivele ngihlalele imphila ngokuthi nxa ngithola ama-piece job ona lawo ukuthi asambe soke siyenza so sithola okuncane yikho engikwenzayo khona impilo yami engiyenzayo
i-coaching yale
i-coaching angizange ngibe lesikhathi sokuthi ngiyedinga ukuthi kwakufunakala imali ukuthi ngiyebhadala so ngaswela imali ngenxa ngingasebenzi
ibhora vele akulala pensheni ebhoreni
akulala pensheni ebhoreni
so kathesi manje uyenza njani ukuthi udleni vele empilo uhlalo bani
Mina lesinhlala umama unkosikazi labantwana.
So you remember Simba Rusike used to play for Amazulu and Rail Stars, eh? This guy was a star, I tell you. So he says with this COVID and all these other problems, he's struggling to make ends meet, and he says life is very tough. You know?
I think this is what we're also seeing happening to the arts industry in Zimbabwe, as well as the sporting, icons. Sometimes this happens, and COVID has made it worse. Speaking to some of those that sing and things like that, they were saying because they're not performing due to the lockdown, and things have really been difficult for them and their families. So it's good Ezra was able to catch up in real time with a real star, a former footballer, so we can hear what he's doing and how, if anything can be done to assist him.
Yeah, so we'll continue rolling some of these videos. So right now we've got our guests lined up. One of them is Mr. David Siampondo. He's here in USA. And we also have Mr. Eliphas Mashaba. He is in Bulawayo right now. And I think Dr. Simbama Vaza is also joining us shortly. So let's start with you, Mr. Eliphas Mashaba in Bulawayo. Tell us about these localized kind of lockdowns. What is going on right now?
Thank you, Gibbs. Thank you, Zimbabwe. The localized lockdowns as a result of the surge which we have witnessed in the country of growing numbers in the COVID-related issues. And of course, as a responsible government, government has found it correct that they localized where they believe they are hotspots. Hotspots have been identified. Let me talk in particular in Bulawayo, where we have areas under district administrative areas, for instance, where the clinic, the COVID clinic is based. We have got Kulumane. And Kulumane will cover areas like Mkanini, will cover areas like Nketa, will cover areas like Chabalala and so forth. And then we have Kandeni, which will cover areas which stretch up to Njube and the like. In the northern areas, those are areas which also involve our CBD, where most of our business has been affected. However, I think because of these numbers growing up, it is necessary to try and minimize the movement of our people and also re-conscientize our people, because there is a lot of, relaxance. People are relaxed in terms of following the new guidelines or the Ministry of Health guidelines, especially in terms of sanitizing, in terms of masking up, in terms of crowding. Our people in Bulawayo, in particular, there's a lot of just disregarding of the rule of law. You go into most of our bars, you find they're packed. You go into our restaurants, they're packed. And of course, we also have the transport situation in Bulawayo or the entire country, which I think is playing a major role in terms of spreading the COVID-19 issues, because people are crowded, but I'm happy that the government has issued a directive to say that each so-called related transport mode of transport, they are supposed to carry at least 50% of the people required to be in that vehicle. So, yes, there's an outcry, but it is a necessary outcry.
Thank you very much. So there we are, marvelous. So let's go to Mr. Siampondo, and maybe he can tell us a bit about what he thinks about these lockdowns. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you very much, Gibbs. Thank you very much, Marvelous, and thank you very much to our viewers. Yeah, lockdowns to me, when we are faced with a serious health situation like ours, I think they are most important. But however, I'm having a challenge with how our government really is approaching this COVID pandemic, right? So you will recall that we had more like succeeded in terms of slowing down the numbers of COVID infections. But however, in a way, we can blame the people also for being a little bit reckless. But you will see that it takes the leadership, it takes the government to, lead by example so that the people will follow. But in our case, in this instance, you'll find out that our government is the culprit to breaking these COVID regulations. If you look at when they put up that Bianehanda poster or that statue, really the government invited people in the streets. And from then we started to have numbers spiking. We also see they did nothing to some of these celebrities who are moving around, gathering a huge amount of people in our towns and our communities. I'm talking in reference to Twaba. And you will see that he was more like supported by the powers within the government. And we could see how he interacted also even with the highest office in the land after he has come from those gatherings. So I think the government is to blame on this one, on this current wave, because it has been reckless by its own actions and some of the actions of individuals that they aided. But however be the case, we need people, they need to observe these rules. They need to mask up. They need also to avoid unnecessary movements, because yes, we may be blaming who caused this and who caused that. But at the end of the day, it becomes individual, because when the COVID strikes, it is you and your family and your loved ones. So to protect your family, to protect your neighbor, let's just observe the WHO regulations and ensure that we mask up. We ensure that we get vaccinated for those who have got the chance to be vaccinated. And also let's observe all the regulations that are given. And also even more importantly, to avoid unnecessary movement. Let's stay at home. We know it's difficult, but let's just be at home.
Thank you. Marvelous.
Munoona sei zviri kuitika muZimbabwe pari zvino panyaya yekuomeserwa kwemitemo yeCovid-19?
Zvinhu zvinorwadza nekuti mukatarisa kuti mitemo yeCovid-19 yabvira kare iripo ichiiswa, nekuti pane patinotarisira kuti vanhu vanofara vange vachiteerera mitemo iyi and vachishingirira. Even tinoziva kuti panoiswa mitemo pane zvinokanganisika, like mukatarisa mitemo yeCovid-19 inoita kuti vanhu vagare mumba, and kana makagara mumba hakuna kumwe kwamunowana imwe nzira yekurarama. Hurumende haina chairi kubatsira nacho muchikafu nezvimwe zvinhu zvinenge zvichidiwa kuti vanhu vaite se vawane kurarama. But tinozvinzwisisa nestage yatiri mumaringe neupfumi hwenyika, kuti hurumende haitomborina kana maresources ekuti ibatsire vanhu, asi tiri kuti vanhu ngavachiiswa, vanhu vari kuitawo sacrifice yekuti vagara kumba, hapana zvavari kuti havasi kubuda panze. Hurumende yakutochifanira kuti iyo ichicherechedzawo kubva kudivi kwaro zvimwe zvezvinhu zvainoita kuti vanhu vasapedzesere vamumastreets vakufamba-famba, COVID yoramba iripo. Saka kana vanhu vachigara mumba, ngatigarei tese tichicherechedza kuti tikasatyora mitemo iyi, COVID ichaita zvirinani. Asi tikaityora ticharamba tingonzi garai mumba, itai zvakati nekuita zvakati. Saka inini mhosva hombe pari zvino pawave iyi ndinoipa kuhurumende, nekuti ndo imwe yakaita mamwe maactivities akaita kuti COVID inge ichipararira. Panga pasina need kana kuti panga pasina chinangwa chekuti vaunganidze vanhu pavainoisa chitumbi chambianehanda. Panga pasina need yekuti vamwe vanoita nezvematongerwo enyika vakurudzire vanhu vakaita sana twabanhu vana Passion Java pavaifamba vachiunganidza vanhu mumadhorobha nekudi izvozvozvo ndo zviri kukonzera wave yatinayo right now. Hakuna kumwe kwatinokwanisa kuinongedzera kunze kwemaactivities aiitwa navanhu ivava pavaiunganidzwa mumadhorobha vachiuchira vachifara vachiita zvavaita.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elifas Mashaba. Do you have any reaction to that in English and Ndebele? Very briefly. Go ahead, sir. Mr. Mashaba? Yeah, Baba Mashaba, sicela uvule unmute i-button bese ungena baba. Sizukhulume khonapha ukuthi ungathini ngakhona kokwethulwa ngubaba khonapho uSiyampondo. So uthi uhulumende nguye ongani uyona kakhulu. Uhulumende nguye ongani wenza ukuthi abantu begcine bethelelana umkhuhlane lo. Ukubona njani khonokho baba Mashaba?
Ngiyabonga baba Gibbs. Bakithi uhulumende ngenxa sila imikhuhlane uhulumende kavalwa kuyasetshenzwa nsuku zonke njalo kuba lama programs lapha lalapha yebo kuqakathekile ukuthi nxa kusiba lama gatherings ku-observe yonke imithetho ethe yafakwa ekhaya ukuthi inqabele umkhuhlane we-COVID. Singasola lapha lalapha kodwa iqiniso likhona ukuthi sonke silomlando njengamaZimbabweans, sonke silomlando wokuthi khona kambe lapho esikhona siyayenza yini. Utshilo umfowethu omunye lapho ukuthi ekugcineni into le vele iqondana lawo Soweto ukuthi ugathering yiphi kumbe kwathini akuncedi lo la lo kabe lomlando okuzivikela ngendlela eqondileyo.
Ufake la ngesilungu nje ngamafutshane khona baba.
Thank you, Gibbs. I suppose, yes, there are different views as to how we are spreading the COVID-19 pandemic. Yes, people are pointing fingers to government, gatherings, and so forth, but let's not forget that the government is an institution which is supposed to be operational. If government does not operate, then it's not a supermarket which can be closed down. Government is an institution which is regulated to make sure that it's operationalized properly, and certain things must happen. However, it is upon each and every individual to adhere to the stipulated regulations. It's not about who has done what. At the end of the day, it's about yourself and nobody else. If you are affected alone. I think even if there are certain gatherings which are happening, there is stipulation that there is, the distancing, sanitizing, and so forth. I'm sure governments, they are also aware of what they are doing. Of course, you have a situation where you discover that in instances where there are gatherings, for instance, there are people talking about the Mbuyane issue, there will be certain people who will have been invited guests, and I'm aware that in those areas, people are given invitation cards. Of late, they issue out even your name tagged card, so that when you enter, it is known that you're an invited guest. But however, we have people who would always want to be where they're not supposed to be, and those are the challenges which we face. But at the end of the day, it all boils down as to say we all have a responsibility to take care of each other.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are now joined by Mr. Michael Ndiweni. He is in Bulawayo. Mr. Ndiweni, welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Dube. My apologies for joining late. I was running all over trying to beat the curfew at 6.
Oh, yes. So can you centralize your camera so that we can see you? Yes. So now tell us.
I'm using a mobile device, so.
Yeah, okay. You're okay. So tell us a little bit about, this COVID-19 lockdown. Where are you, and how affected are you, by these lockdowns as a vendor's leader?
Yes. Thank you so much, Gibbs. I think I will start from a positive note to say that I think the government has taken heed to our call to make sure that when they are putting in place these restrictions, they must balance between livelihoods and also COVID-19 restrictions, which means that they must at least allow people to work. At the same time, also putting in place mechanisms to at least contain the spread of the virus. For us, that is positive, that people are working. And as an organization, also, we have taken it upon ourselves to have people moving around marketplaces, reminding people that they have to, or they must observe the WHO protocols, like sanitizing, like putting on their masks properly, observing physical distancing, and even screening temperatures. And we have even before given some materials through our partners with a number of organizations to support the traders to reduce the cost of compliance. So we feel this is a right decision that government has taken to contain the virus, but also at the same time making sure that people actually are able to work. So the lockdown has, of course, reduced the working hours. As you know, that people are supposed to be closing their mkambos around 3, and then try to rush home and beat the curfew at 6 o'clock in the evening. So that on its own, it has affected, of course, the income levels in terms of the sales. As you know, that people tend to buy a lot towards end of the day, and this time around, people are not really concerned about buying or shopping around, but getting home on time. I mean, in time before 6 o'clock. So that has had a dent in the business of our membership. But the strongest call that we are making now to the government, I'm not sure if we are following Mr. Dube.
Yes, we are following.
Okay. So our message right now is to make sure that the vaccine is available. Our concern is that the first dose of the vaccine seem to be seemingly centralized in the mentioned 3 institutions that I'm not sure if I have liberty to mention those, based on the press statement that we saw from the local authority. I think they mentioned the Engujeni Hospital, Mpilo, and also at UPH for people to get the first dose. And the second dose, of course, seems to be available in other health facilities. So what it means is that people now have to commute from as far as where they stay, like Country Park, for them to get into the CBD and further commute to these centers. So that on its own, it's a challenge, because a few people will afford to commute at least 2 or 3 times for them to get the vaccine. So our call right now is to make sure that the first dose is made available. And also we're getting reports from some of our contacts and colleagues who are telling us that now they are queuing up to an average, a minimum of 6 hours to get the vaccine. And that is a concern, because some people end up walking away, having, say, frustrated from getting the virus. I mean, the vaccine. So that is a concern. So our call now is that the vaccine must be accessible to particularly high density areas, so that people don't have to commute to all these centers. I mean, to these centers for them to access the vaccine. That is our biggest concern right now, because I think we saw pronouncements from some government officials talking about that they are going to be moving into marketplaces to ensure that people, for those who want to work, to have been vaccinated. And if the vaccine is not available, then how will people get vaccinated?
Thank you.
Yes. So, but for us, we are very clear. We are encouraging our members to at least get vaccinated, so that we try and at least achieve the herd immunity of some sort and be able to get people working again in marketplaces.
Thank you very much, and stay on the line. So let's get Mr. Siampondo back on the screen here. Marvelous, go ahead, Mr. Siampondo.
Siampondo, munoona sei zviri kutaurwa kubva kuBulawayo pamusoro pezvavari kusangana nazvo panguva ino yeCovid-19.
Yes, Ampondo, what can you say about what was being said by Mr. Michael Ndiweni? In Shona, if you can. Go ahead, sir. No, I think, can you log in again so that you can hear us? So can you log in? Maybe come back again. So let's go to Mr. Eliphas Mashaba. You can pose a question, Marvelous, to Eliphas Mashaba. Go ahead.
Mr. Mashaba, so on the ground, how are people like living day to day? Because we saw some videos of people that were really saying that they are facing major challenges in when you look at the being able to look after their own families, especially during this new imposed lockdown laws.
Mr. Mashaba, can you hear us? Go ahead, sir. Can you hear us? I think he got disconnected there. Well, let's bring back Mr. Michael Ndiweni. He's there. Quiet, Marvelous.
Mr. Ndiweni, I'll pose the same question to you. That what are some of the challenges that people are facing right now in these newly imposed, COVID-19 laws?
Okay, I think I've mentioned some of them in my previous submission. I spoke about the reduction in incomes or sales because of the reduced number of trading hours. That is a serious concern, as we know that a few months back also with an outright lockdown. That is a serious concern because some people, I was talking to some today, they were saying they're even failing to take off. They haven't even taken off. And already now we have this reduced number of trading hours. So it's really giving, putting a knock into their businesses. So that is a concern that we are seeing. And of course, beyond even this current lockdown, but the issue that we have the borders closed. Some people have been surviving on bringing goods from out of the country for resale here or producing some goods locally and taking them out of the country. And they are saying right now they are not even working because of the closure of the borders. So they can't go and sell in neighboring countries. They can't go and buy for resale in the country. So that has affected many people. And women are talking about issues of getting harassed by or getting their goods stolen or getting overcharged by what they call the runners or middle person who are now at the go-between, who are trying to use, of course, other means, for instance, maybe trucks to bring in the goods. And they are saying that they are actually making very, very low profits, which are not enabling them to fend for or feed their families or access education, to pay for the school fees, or even access medication, among other things that they need to, to meet to have their families surviving. So these are the realities that women are facing. And for those that take a risk to, some of them were told that they even cross in some illegal exit or come in using illegal points, they get mad. Some of them are getting raped, telling us that sometimes you get raped and then you are even scared to report because the husband will know that you got raped, and some will get rejected. Some are saying they don't even know the structures or the institutions that they should approach should they encounter some of these sexual assaults or sexual harassment. So these are the realities that women are facing under these continuous lockdowns.
Thank you so much.
Yes, so let's now cross over to Bulawayo, where we know that Ezra has been talking to a lot of people, Marvelous. So let's get him on the screen with some people that he's been talking to about COVID-19, these lockdowns. Here we go.
Joseph too. Yes. When again? Daniel too. Daniel too. When again?
Choice which card?
Okay. Choice manje kade siyabona lapho uyathunga ukuthi ubana uzayenzani njalo sokutheke sokuqasa ikhefi le ibusiness izihamba njani?
hayi kunzima vele sesapha ngoma sehleze endlini kunzima noma ukuthi sithole ukudla ungasebenza endlini uma ukhona la
njengoba le cafe nje kuzabe kusebenza kanjani uthi ibhizinisi ivale ngo-3 emini lizavala lithini la
akunzima sizavala silandela umthetho wabo kodwa likwele kunzima
akulani labo lithola khona imali inzuzo yinto
phela kule silonge ungasebenzanga kula noma uthola khona isawudo
yes sibuye lapha uBodube Dube-ke wena wenzani la
mina ngilungisa imtshina mfowethu
imtshina ngiyakubona lapha imtshina yokuthunga yonke le
imtshina yokuthunga yona le imtshina yamajesi ba
imtshina yamajesi
yes
nanko-ke sokuthiwa sesibuyela futhi ku-lockdown uzaphila njani
nanto uhlupho nto sizafelwa ngabantwana sizafelwa ngabantwana sibili kasikwazi ukuthi sizabambasekele ngapha
wena khona phela obhengula kumi njani abantu bayaxokozela kakhulu ukuthi kuphambanisa ukuthi kambe ingabe icorona igcwele
lokho ngingakhuluma manka mzawami
suke wabona umuntu ogula icorona
angaze ngimbone sibili
abona umuntu wafayo umazini i-Jackson swahlatshwa kodwa
yes engahlatshwa
kodwa-ke sekumele ume kade sukwenza lokhu kwenzayo
sekumele ngiyime ndoda but kakumeki lami ngizabe ngincengancenga lami ngikhonapha
ama-customer njalo kuvalwa ngo-3 azabuya
lokho sokusazi inkosi ndoda but siyakhuleka ukuthi babuye njengobana lakho khonokho abakwenzayo abanginika khona labo yikho abaphila ngapho
okay so lapha-ke mbuye kuwe-ke lapha unozana wena ubuyenzani la uyalungisa
mina lami ngilungisa imtshina
yiyo le egcwele lapha
yiyo wena egcwele lapha
ama-customer-ke kuyama njani hambe labelilawo lo nyaka umbe kunzima ibhizinisi yona ibinjani kodwa
yona ibhizinisi bisingani iyaphikhaphikha manje nanko sokubuya futhi okunye kunzima bro
okay wena ufisa ukuthi ngakwenziwani ngale lockdown abantu babesebenza kumbe kube lockdown
ikakhulu i-lockdown leyi nabe sifisa ukuthi abantu ngabakhululwa nje ngesebenzini ngoba ungathiwa ahlala endlini into zonke ziyama yazi amarenti khathesi sibhekane lamarenti ekhansili awezesa ama-landlord
konke lo bafuna imali abalanda ukuthi lockdown
bafuna imali kwanile
so abalanda ukuthi lockdown
akula ndaba mfowethu akula ndaba
irenti yabhadalwa kunje
ifuneka ikwanile mngane ukuthi-ke kulapho uhulumende kufanele ukuthi ngawe uyangenela khona sincedise khona
lockdown kunje irenti hayi
anti abona nxa kusiba lama-lockdown sibani uhulumende sibili ngawe uyangenela ezigabeni zabokhansili kuzesa abone ukuthi kwenzakala njani njengoba nabantu bayabehlezi besezindlini kanti imali yakhona kuyaphi ivela
so nxa ngabhadala kwenziwani la
uyacothwa sibili ungabonakala esipiridini uhlezi esipiridini so kulapho
lokho ugcinile okuncane konke usukusebenzisa kurenti
uyakusho ukusebenzisa kurenti kodwa-ke anti silala abancane uyafuna ukudla phela kakwazi ukufa kuleyo nakho kuncane la
kuyabe ufuna ukudla
kuyabe ufuna ukudla kakunjele ngenze njani-ke kunzima mngani wami
kunzima
uhulumende ngawe uyasincedisa sibili la
ikakhulu entweni zamarenti lezi
ikakhulu entweni zamarenti sibili
ngoba sibhekane lokulungisa izimali ze-school fees kwele enye indlela emangalisayo hayi
sekunzima amazwi akho okucina mama wona uthini
ngithi njengabe sivalela sobe sithi lockdown asithi laba ekhansela ukuthi ethawuni la singasozabhadala amarenti njengabe bevalile but bona bayebewabizela kuphela amarenti noma at least ukuholisa abantu ukuthi bebethola ukudla behlezi ezindlini sebelokho hlezi kungelalutho amarenti endlini ayafunakala ngapha ayafunakala amanzi amagesi ofuna ukubhadalwa kodwa thina hlezi endlini kodwa la isikweletu siyabe sikhula.
So there you are, Marvelous. These are some people who have got their own stalls. They are doing whatever they're trying to do, but they're saying, this kind of situation that they are in is very tough, and they're asking the government to actually intervene in terms of paying rentals. They're saying that's having a very direct impact on their lives. So we still have Mdladla with us, and Mr. Musan Busontini, I think he has just joined us as well. So quiet, maybe you can go to Mr. Eliphas Mashaba.
Mr. Eliphas, when we talk about some of the things that are needed for the vendors to use during this COVID-19, are you availing that to some of the vendors, or what's the situation there to enable them to carry on with their work?
Go ahead, Mr. Mashaba, if you can hear us. Go ahead, sir. Yes, Mr. Mashaba, are you there? I think it's been cut off. So
I think the network is probably very bad. But let me just translate what the gentleman there.
I guess he's back again. So let's try him. Mr. Mashaba, can you hear us, sir? I think we've got a problem. And Kwabalanda Mate has just been cut off as well. So let's go to the gentleman that we have here. I think that's Michael Ndiweni. He has been around for a while. So let's try him now. Go ahead. No, I think he's cut off as well.
Okay, in the meantime, regating botaura zvanga zviri kutaurwa nababa vabva kutaura pavidhiyo. Vanga vari kutaura ivo kuti vari kusangana nematambudziko akawanda panguva ino yeCovid-19 uye shuwiro yavo ndeyekuti dai hurumende yakwanisawo kubatsira vemabhizimisi nekuvabatsira panyaya yekubhadhara nzvimbo dzavanoshandira semarentals nezvimwe zvakadaro, vachitaura ivo kuti dai paitwa homwe inobatsira vemabhizimisi nekuti pari zvino havasi kugona kubhadhara marent nezvimwe zvakadaro.
Yes, I think Mr. Eliphas Mashaba is back now. Mr. Mashaba, can you hear me now? Hello, Mr. Mashaba, can you unmute your button and come in, sir? We're waiting for you now. I think he has got a challenge there. So how about Kobalanda Mate? We are against about. Kobalanda, we are against what? Yeah, Kayazani. Yeah, akucho uthi wona njani okwenzakala eZimbabwe wama lockdown lokuba.
Ngiyalizwa Dube.
Yeah, kubeka khona.
Ngiyazwakala Dube.
Yeah, kubeka ba.
Hello?
Kubeka Kobalanda. Yes, Bonangazani, the network is not doing us any favor. So let's try to see what we can do. So Ezra Chisa also spoke to several other people. Let's hear some of the interviews that he did right now. There it goes.
Mama Lingubani.
Mina ngiFatima Ngwenya.
Fatima Ngwenya. Umama ke. Shelo Ndebele. Wena.
Sizaphiwa moto.
Wena ke.
Ngotithangweni.
Okay. Wena ke sisi. Sikhuluma ngendaba omkhuhlane we-corona osenza ukuthi ube le lockdown. Sizakuthiwa khona belokishini lapha le. Kuthi ugcwele sokule hotspot.
Ngicela ungithathele icorona yami.
Ngicela ungithathele icorona yami. Evask. Ngwana siyesizwe la he. Lapha zonke igcwele lapha. Kugcwele yini lapha eNkulumane? Wena wakabona lutho? Okay. Wena la wakayibona? Manje nxa uthiwa kathi esilivale lizasebenza njani? Uthe liphile njani? Anti kuthiwe ngo-3 bese lihlezi ngikhaya. Amashophu namhla avala ngo-3 lizwa njani? So ikhefi lizaphila njani? Ikhefi ngo-6. Kusho ukuthi alisahambi ndawo mama. Asahambi ndawo ngo-6. Uyathola uhlezi. Wenzani wena empilweni? Manje njona kuthiwe kona kusathengiswa manje uyi-restaurant phela. So kodwa itheka uyavunyelwa.
Khona phangwazi sizabona ngakho.
Abantu bathenga kodwa. Wena utshela abantu ukuthi upheka ngabafuna uvakatshe shop yakho phela sihle sithengise khona.
Ngibeke kumasawuto kwamakona.
Emashop laba?
Emashop.
Nxa lambe lemsupport uthenga ngubani sisi? Shelo Ndebele uyapheka kwamakona ngopane shop ufike limthengise ijwala kwethu. Laza ke siyefika kuyo. Mama wena ndona la uthe uyisawa la swahlatshwa yini? Awukahlatshwa. Yaphela ungahlatshwa. Ilokishi lakho phela leli kuthiwa i-hotspot. Kambe liqiniswe yini?
Sizwa ngabo kodwa thina sikwazi. Sizwa ngabathi kuthiwa iNkulumane hotspot. Mina ngomunye ohlala eNkulumane 5.
asikwazi njengoba kuthiwa singamina wemagrosa ngahamba ndinga ningalala sendi ngalali ngimuntu nje ngoba ukuhlala endlini kuphela
so kathesa kulanto ekwaffectayo wena vele ngazobe le curfew uyahlalela
mina kuyangi-affecta ngokuthi even kathesi sengani ngiyastresseka ingqondweni
indaba
nxa wathi asihlale endlini ngingaphumi bengizama ukuthengisa okungumbhida mphume ngiza kuhlala ngidleni endlini lesasa kuyi-stress esizongithatha kuphela.
Yeah, so some of the people that are talking to Ezra Chisaspanda there, I think Mr. Michael Ndiweni is in now. Mr. Ndiweni, so these are the people that you work with on a very regular basis when we look at vendors and all this kind of people. So now, what do you think about all this? I think he has been cut off. Today, our network is giving us a lot of problems, but we believe that we've got so many people that we have here that we can actually, have on right now.
Kamumbana.
Bakare.
Yeah, Bakare.
AD Bakare.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ngiyabona bulungiselelo uhambo sosiya ngabe usithi ebantwaneni.
Kade siya emfeni.
Yeah, ngizosithi ufuna ukuphuma ilizwe.
But ngifuna ukuphuma lapha kuya eBotswana nje.
Yeah.
Yeah, kulabantu abanye.
eBotswana kulabantwana manje kuyini osokumisa ukuthi ungahambi
indaba yena le yecorona yesemisile ngoba ngamfuthi ngothatha iCovid alawona COVID ama test lawana wathi awuphumi ngale border ngoba kuvaliwe so kade ufuna uhamba ngo Friday last Friday.
Okay.
Then I went to the test on Thursday.
Babesithi
wathi akuyenza ukuthi
bayala ukutesta.
Yes, wathi ngafuna utest ongatestwa but kawuphumi ukuya awuphumi elizweni usi out.
Abantwana banga
abantwana baseBotswana babodwa khona ngale.
So umsebenzi
umile ngile company khona ngale eBotswana.
Ule company eBotswana
yeah kodwa ivaliwe kadesi ngoba ngendaba yena le ngaswela umuntu ongabe trusted ukuthi ngimshiye amakhiyami le company.
So lapha uniselokishini leChabalala la
ngiseChabalala
la ibisho tray hotspot uhamba njani la
hotspot
ukuthi icorona igcwele la
ngiyezwa kuphela njalo ukuthi corona ikhona khona apha kakhulu especially enkulumane next door yami lapha kufa abantu abaningi.
So uzwa njani manje kathi njalo ufuna ngemfeni njalo usithi kulalokho la kuhamba.
I'm not even comfortable.
I'm not about isihlobo kuphela.
Yeah, of course isinini sami. Umntaka mayiguru wami fida ukho.
Okay.
But
so just uzayenzana manje ngathiwa lokho njani lockdown namhla uthola kule cafe phela. So lizenzana ngo6.
Usho ukuthi kumele impenduke endlini ngesikhathi. Singakachayi u6 wakho.
Sikhangele wona njengobhizi abantu bebusiness. Nxa kunje uphobo kuvalwa emini like this ubona njani ngane abantu?
Akulunganga. It's not good at all. It's affecting us, yes. Ngoba our daily commodities we cannot get and meet them in time. That's where the challenge is. Yeah, it's a great challenge in fact. Yeah.
Nxa ukhuluma nonkosana labantwana kwabathini eBotswana?
Wathi kungcono but they are not comfortable since I'm absent from them. Yeah, I'm absent from them.
So uthi lapha amaviki lamabili uyabo lapha eZimbabwe.
Ngikhona lapha ngaya ngabi nxa kunje ukuthi kawavulanga amabhoda akona nxa avaliwe kanje. Akula lapha ngaya khona. So that's where the challenge is to me. Yes baba.
Okay, so uthini manje kathesi uthini ngoba uzulolale abantu abalale uthi benzeni lapho? Abantu bokhula ama business people benzeni?
Abantu ama business ngitsho khona lapha kwaBulawayo. Khulubana ukuthi government iyangena into leyi kumele wathi abantu wasebenze. Ngoba nxa abantu bangasebenzi vele bayabhadala ngani ama rent house ongabhadala ngani ama daily commodities whatever they want. They cannot do it because the border, I mean the corona is affecting us. You understand what I mean?
So ahlatshwa manje nje.
Mina ngahlatshwa ngivela ngale eBotswana. Khonapha angikahlatshwa. Yiko kade ufuna ukuthi ngohlatshwa that day on Thursday last week.
Yes, so this is a businessman, Marvelous, who is intending to go to Botswana, but he says the borders are shut down, so he's stuck in Bulawayo. So he says he's got some kind of issues with that, because he says his business is grounded at the moment. And now we realize that we said Sunday Marimo is late. Instead, it's Mishek Marimo. So we wish to correct that. Go ahead.
Kugadziriza patambo yenge tataura isu kuti vasande chitsambwa vashaya aiwa munina wavo Mishek Chidzambwa yashaya. Saka toda kungogadziridza ipapo. Uyezve apo manga muri kunzwa kubva kune mumwe muzvinabhizimisi ari kutaura iye kuti pari zvino zvinhu hazvina kumira zvakanaka nekuti miganhu yenyika yakavharwa, saka haasi kukwanisa kuti akwanise kuenda kunowanikwa achihodha zvinhu zvekutengesa, zvinoreva izvo kuti business pari zvino harina kumira zvakanaka panguva ino yema-restrictive measures iwaya akaiswa nehurumende vachiedza ivo kuti varwise denda iri reCovid-19 rinonzi ratekeshera munyika. Uyezve tinoona kuti zvipatara zvemunyika zvinosanganisira pari renyatwa group of hospitals vari kuti ivo vari kutogadzirira kuti vatambire varwere vakawanda vachange vachitarisirwa kunzi pamwe vangabatwe nedenda iri reCovid-19, tichiona kupararira kuri kuita chirwere ichi pari zvino. Gibbs.
Yes, Marvelous. I think we've come to the end of our show, and we need to really correct that the person who we say actually passed away is not Sunday Chitsambwa, but is Meshek Marimu. So Meshek was a very, very good player for Dynamos, you know, and he actually was somebody that we know used to play very good soccer, right?
Yes.
So, but there's no extra time here on Studio 7. Unfortunately. So we've come to the end of this show. We wish to thank our guests this evening, Mr. Eliphas Mashaba of the ruling ZANU-PF party, Mr. David Siampondo of the MTC Alliance, Mr. Michael Ndiweni, who is a vendors leader. He is based in Bulawayo. We wish to thank all the people that participated in our show, including Ezra Chisaspanda, who was talking to some people in Bulawayo. Signing off from Maryland, this is Gibbs Dube saying, good night, Zimbabwe.
I'm Marvelous Mklanganya, who are broadcasting from my home in Washington, D.C., saying have a very good weekend.
Good night.
Good night.